नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं चैव ओंकाराय नमो नमः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Jai Shri Mataji. Let us all raise our Kundalini, put ourselves in Shri Mataji's bandhan, and offer our humble pranams to her lotus feet. Our attention on Shri Ganesh in our Muladhara chakra, and humbly bow down to his lotus feet, praying for his establishment within our Muladhara and on all our chakras. Shri Ganesha, you hold the pure and absolute joy of divinity. Shri Mataji, you who are Shri Ganesha, please bless us with the joy of divinity, Brahmanand. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Ganesha, verily you uphold the majesty and the dignity of the pure spirit. Verily, you are the remover of all the obstacles to our ascent. Shri Mataji, you who are Shri Ganesh, kindly remove all the obstacles to our ascent. Shri Mataji, please fill each and every cell of our being with the majesty and the dignity of pure spirit. Shri Nirmal Ganesh. Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesh Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Verily, Shri Ganesh, you are the giver of the qualities of absolute dedication and surrender to our Mother. You are the giver of wisdom, the pure knowledge of divinity. Shri Mataji, you who are Shri Ganesh, please fill each and every cell of our being with complete dedication and surrender of Shri Ganesha to your holy lotus feet. Shri Mataji, please bless us with the absolute wisdom of Shri Ganesh. Shri Mataji, please bless us with the pure knowledge of divinity. Shri Ganesha Gauri Mata. Sakshat Shri Ganesha Gauri Mata. Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi
Namo Namaha.
Shri Ganesha, verily you are the giver of fearlessness. Verily you are the Amrit, the nectar that trickles down from the divine when our Sahasrara eyes open and we are one with the divine. Shri Mataji, you who are Shri Ganesha, grant us complete fearlessness. Please fill each and every cell of our being with that Amrit, the nectar of your divine love. Shri Nirmalanand. Om
Vamev Sakshat Shri Nirmal Anand Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Attention of our Kundalini. Shri Mataji, you reside within all of us as chastity. You reside within us as Shri Gauri, Shri Kundalini Mata. Shri Ganesha, kindly support the rising of our Kundalini. Shri Mataji, kindly be fully reflected within our beings. And kindly grant us the oneness, the ekakarata with your lotus feet. Shri Adi Kundalini. Om.
Vamev Sakshat Shri Adi Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Shri Mahagauri.
Om Vamev Sakshat
Shri
Shri Mahagauri Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Kundalini, kindly burn away all that is negative, all that is imbalance. all that prevents my ascent. And please rise within me. Shri Ganesha, please support the rising of the Kundalini within my Sushumna to give me that oneness with Srimataji's lotus feet. Shri Nirmal Gauri Kundalini Mata.
Me Sakshat Shri Nirmal Gauri Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Taji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Let's bow down to Shri Ganesha on all our chakras. Shri Ganesha, kindly enlighten my attention. Kindly be reflected fully in my attention. Kindly shine your light of innocence in my attention. Shri Ganesha, please be present in my heart. Please make me fully innocent so that you make your place in my heart. Shri Ganesha, kindly be present in my brain. Let there be no ego, no conditionings, just your innocence fully reflected within me. By your presence, please stop all my thoughts. Your right hand on our forehead and fully surrender to Shri Ganesh and to his manifestation of Lord Jesus Christ within us. Let's offer the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thine will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptations, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Bow down to Lord Christ, complete humility, complete surrender. That feeling of forgiveness, forgiveness towards ourselves, towards everyone else, forgiving all our thoughts, all our misgivings. the right hand to our back agya and push back our head. And here we bow down to Shri Mahaganesh, asking for his forgiveness. All the mistakes we commit against our innocence, knowingly. Shri Mataji, give us the strength to face ourselves and consciously not to make the same mistakes again. Shri Mahaganesh.
Brahmeva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Complete thoughtlessness, complete surrender to Shri Ganesh and to Lord Christ. Let's raise our attention to our Sahasrara. Let's bow down to Shri Mataji's lotus feet in our Sahasrara with that same humility, knowing that we do nothing, that she is the doer and she is the enjoyer, and she's the giver of that pure joy, that Nirmalanand. And she's the giver of Param Chaitanya. That everything, all the joy, is just her grace, just her love. Completely surrender to her. Just feel her love pouring in our entire being. Offer the mantra to Shri Nirvichar Samadhi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirvichar Samadhi Pradayini Sakshat Shri
Adi Shakti
Mataji Shri
Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Feel her presence, school vibrations above our Sahasrara, with attention at her lotus feet. Shri Kalki.
Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha
Shri Nirmala Devi
Namo Namaha Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha
Today we are celebrating the birthday of Shri Ganesha. You all know the story of his birth, and I need not repeat it. But as he was created by the mother only, by Adi Shakti, in the same way, you are all created after him. So you are on the path of Shri Ganesha already. Your eyes sparkle the same way his eyes sparkle. You all have the beautiful glow on your face as he had. Whether you are small, big, or old, makes no difference. All the beauty comes to us through the glow of Shri Ganesha. If he is satisfied, then we don't have to worry about any other deities. Because the power of all the deities is Shri Ganesha. He is like a vice chancellor sitting on every chakra. Unless and until he signs, Kundalini cannot cross through. Because Kundalini is the Gauri and is the virgin mother of Shri Ganesha. Now we have to understand that we are here in the Western society where so much has gone wrong because we never bothered to look after Shri Ganesha. Christ came and his message spread all over the world. We talked of things which are not practiced by Christians, not at all. Because whatever they started is not based on truth. Truth is that Shri Ganesha took birth as Christ. If that is the truth, then they have to understand in the light of Shri Ganesha this great incarnation of Christ. That is, he has told people that thou shalt not have adulterous eyes. Actually, for a saint, he doesn't know what is an adulterous eyes. Because he just sees. He just sees. As Shri Ganesha has beautifully said, Niranjana Pani. To see without any reaction, just to see. That is the quality of innocence which was brought to light by Christ, our Lord. But we did not imbibe any one of these qualities. Now supposing you are worshipping today Shri Ganesha. So why are you worshipping Shri Ganesha? You are worshipping because your Ganesha must be awakened. That you should have the qualities of Shri Ganesha. That you should feel that innocence in your eyes. Otherwise, you are a hypocrite. If you are sitting here and worshipping Shri Ganesha and you are not trying to put your attention to your ascent as Shri Ganesha, then it is useless. And then he is an eternal child. He doesn't have ego, he doesn't have any conditionings. So he is an eternal child. We have to become eternal children of our mother. To get to that state, what do we have to do is simple, that to raise our Kundalini, fix it up, to do meditation and keep our attention inside more and not to react. Now, to say not to react means just to watch. And when you watch without thinking about it, then the truth, which is really poetry, comes out. That's why a poet sees much more than an ordinary person can see. The inner beauty just starts penetrating your vision and you start seeing it. So, you have seen children, whatever may be their origin, from whatever country they might become, whether it is Japan or whether it is England, India, Australia, anywhere. See, the children are normally very beautiful. Once I went to Japan and there was a shrine they wanted me to see. So I saw some ladies coming down, 3-4 ladies. They're Western ladies. They said, don't go, there are some children, horrible. I said, why? They call you witch. They called us all witches. Japanese children. I said, how do you know? They must be saying in Japanese. No, we asked the meaning. So they told us it means witches. We look like witches to them. So better not go. I said, it's all right, let me go. And when I went up, they all came running, clung to me, kissed me, this thing. They wouldn't allow me to go to the shrine. And then they walked all the way to the shrine. They came back. I didn't know their language or anything. So sweet. Kissing my sari, kissing my hand, so sweet. And I was surprised that how is it they call the other ladies as witches, and to us, to me, and my daughters were also with us. And my daughters are very fond of children. So then they said, you see, why to go to the shrine, we'll play with the children. I said, no, let's go to the shrine after all. So when we went up, these children also came with us and walked down. And their mothers were so surprised, you see. So it said, normally to all the foreigners, they say witches, or even to men, they say they are devils. Devils are coming. Because Japanese are short people, you see, and the sizes of our Western people are quite big. And perhaps maybe that is the reason, whatever it is, or maybe something else, I don't know. And they wouldn't, even talk to them, they all ran away, calling them witches, witches from the windows and from every corner. Then I realized, you see, these small little children, their Ganesha is awakened in them. Everybody's Ganesha is awakened when you are born. All the animals have their Ganesha intact with them, especially the birds. We never think how birds, all the way from Siberia, go to Australia. What direction comes to them? From where? They have got a magnet within themselves. That is Shri Ganesha. Magnet is Shri Ganesha. So, this magnet which is within us can attract innocent people and repel cunning, horrible, as they call witch and devils and all those. So this magnet has both the qualities, that it repels those who are not all right and it attracts those who are innocent. And that is why in Sahaja Yoga we find that we cannot tolerate some people somehow or other. We try. We say, Mother, somehow or other it's very difficult, you know. They don't know what is the reason. The reason is Ganesha. Now in the Western society, as you know, not that they have not paid any attention to their Ganesha quality, but they have talked too much about the perversion of Shri Ganesha. They talk on the television, they talk here, there, in every way. The children see it, and so many small little children are suffering from Shri Ganesh problem. Very small children. How do they get into these problems is because of the atmosphere is full of it. Now in Sahaja Yoga also we have some people who just stick on hypocritically and they have Ganesha problem. And there are some who support. This fellow can say, oh, I was such a sick man, I have no wife, or I've had no love from my parents, or anything. And others start supporting. This kind of sympathy is very dangerous, is extremely dangerous. First of all, this sympathy ruins that person who cannot get over his problems, and gradually you also pick up these problems. Instead of helping him, that you do the meditation of Ganesha, you just sit on the Mother Earth, say Atharva Shirsha, use the candle, your problem will go away. Instead of that, they start sympathizing. This is not sympathy, it's sympathy. Sim means to share, pati means pathos. So you share all the problems of that person yourself. So never support a wrong thing. If you really love that person, you care for that person, you have to tell that person, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Moreover, in Sahaja Yoga, I have seen people of 70 years also want to get married. I can't understand, you know. After all, loneliness is not possible in Sahaja Yoga. You have so many Sahaja Yogis. Where is the loneliness? I never feel lonely. I would love to be sometimes. If you are not with me, my family is with me. I am never alone. And I am never alone when I am alone, really. I enjoy myself best when I am alone because I have time to reflect back as to what we have achieved, as to how these moments were beautiful moments of meeting you all those beautiful places I have visited with you, all the enjoyments. So all such people who are explaining their problems of Muladhara have to know one thing, that this is a sure certificate for them to go to hell. Absolutely. Because either from the Muladhara, all kinds of diseases coming, which are incurable according to the doctor. Say you take multiple sclerosis. From multiple sclerosis to all the disabilities of the muscles, even cancers could be started by Muladhara problem. Why is it so much cancer in the Western countries than in any other countries? Everybody has an explanation. Somebody said there are not so many doctors of cancer, that's why there are. It's not so. Now, you see the disease of schizophrenia also can come from Muladhara problem. Of course, AIDS is nothing but Muladhara problem. But still, if you want to make a martyrdom out of that we are AIDS soldiers walking to our death, then what can you do to such stupid people? And stupidity comes also from Muladhara. Because he is the giver of wisdom. How do you get the wisdom? Only by awakening your Shri Ganesha. He is the giver of wisdom. Now, all kinds of people do stupidities, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like in India, recently I asked them for bigger bangles. For the ladies have bigger hands here. And they came back to say that these days all big bangles are going to America. So why? Because the men have decided to wear bangles in America. Now in India, if you give one bangle to any man, means an insult to him that you are not a man. All such stupidities, 101, I tell you. You see all over the world. Now because you have come out of it. All kinds of things come because their Muladhara is not all right. In India now, for example, we all wear saris. Nobody knows. Logically also we should wear saris because saris are made by villagers and they earn out of it, and that's how we support our this thing. Culturally we like it also because it suggests we are shy women. We don't want to expose our body too much. And thirdly, it's very good for the mothers that mothers can nurse the children and look after them. Please sit down. So, it has various aspects, but nobody thinks the logic of it. They think it's very practical. And it has been there for traditions. Now, supposing you say, all right, come along, give up your saris and wear something else. They'll say, now tell us another. No, nothing to do. Nobody would accept it. Nobody would accept it. Because they think that saris are more gracious, they make you look like a woman, it is so much beautiful dress, and it does gave chance for the artists to express themselves. But this is only some intellectuals might be thinking. But normally in the villages, if you tell them that you change over, they say no. So nothing like a fashion can work out. Nothing like a fashion can work out. Because traditionally now they have reached certain stage of wisdom. Now this is the best suited for us. So they won't accept any nonsense. If it is something sensible, which is never so, I would say, from the West, they may. But because the Western people have lost their wisdom, there is nothing that comes sensible to India. Nothing. And whatever sensible they have, that is also going out. Yesterday, you heard such beautiful waltz. I mean, who plays these days waltz? Thousands will gather at some sort of a noisy pop, hard music, which can penetrate into your ears and can make you deaf. There's no wisdom in all these things. They want all the time some sort of a sensation. I was told people come here for skiing. Now I saw people jumping with a parachute. Ask any Indian, he'll say, you better do it. I'm not here to break my legs. That he understands with wisdom that my body is more important than anything else. What is this sensation for? The skiing, so many people have seen, they have lost their kidneys, they have lost their legs. They'll have artificial legs for skiing. This sensation comes as a great attraction for people who have no wisdom. It doesn't appeal to the wisdom. So the people who are wise don't take to stupid things. Though Shri Ganesha is the child, but he is the giver of wisdom. So we can say our children are the giver of wisdom if we keep them on the line of wisdom. You listen to them how they talk. How wisely they talk. Sometimes they have a conference with me and they tell me all about you people, what you are up to. And they take me into confidence completely and say that don't tell uncle or auntie, but we'll tell you this. And small things they say that auntie was wearing the sari you gave her and then, she put it on the ground. All little things they know. So sweet they are. See yesterday how they came rushing and kissed me, so sweet they were. Without them the world would have been like a desert without any flowers, So, Shri Ganesha has created you. Because of him you were born. He is the one who looked after you when you were in the womb of the mother. He is the one who saw to it that you are born at the right time. He is the one who has looked after your nourishment, everything. He is the one who has looked after your development of the fetus, of the brain and everything. All is done that by this great personality, Shri Ganesha. How much we owe to him? Apart from that, he gives us the basic wisdom. A villager, supposing you talk to a villager who is not exposed to all these nonsensical sensations, you will find him extremely practical and wise. There's a story that one villager was traveling by train with other boys who were very flamboyant and thinking that they were very smart. So they were trying to teach the man. So a boy asked a question to him. Now, if the butter is selling for 1 pound for a quarter of a pound, what will be the price of the egg in the next station? He looked at him. He said, all right, you tell me what? Then you cannot tell the price of the egg. Then can you tell me the price, the can you tell me my age? He looked at him. He said, you must be 22. He said, how do you know? He said, I have a brother who is 11 years and he is half mad, but you are full mad. So an ordinary villager answered this smart fellow, and the smart fellow didn't know where to go. So, all this smartness and cleverness finishes off when it comes to innocence. Now, many people have a feeling also that we have lost our innocence. That is something, an eternal quality you have got. You never lose your innocence. Maybe as clouds can cover the whole sky, maybe your ego and conditionings and your mistakes might have covered it, but it is always there, always there. Only thing, it is for you to respect it, to behave in a manner that you respect your innocence. Not to feel shy about your innocence, never. Your innocence itself is a power, and your innocence will definitely give you that wisdom by which you can solve all the problems without any difficulty. But in a deeper way, if you see, who is Shri Ganesha? He is the child of Adi Shakti. She created him from the Omkara. Now, Omkara is the Logos, as you call it. It's the first sound when Sadashiva and Adi Shakti separated for creation. That sound is used as Omkara, which are vibrations, which have light in it. They have all the causals of all the elements. Only on the right side. Then left side, it has the power of your emotions. In the center, it has the power of your ascent. So it's a very powerful deity we have. And he is playful. Children are seldom cruel. He is not cruel. But if anything is done against the mother, then he goes all wild. Then he punishes. And that is how the divine justice is brought to people. Thus, if we surrender to Shri Ganesh, he protects us, he gives us wisdom, he gives a proper understanding, the protocol of the mother. He does not know any other deity but his mother. He doesn't bother about any other deity but his mother. And he knows that she is the most powerful deity. And this is his wisdom, which must be imbibed. When you pray, you must try to imbibe that. For many people are still in the West anxious to copy other people, fall back into the wrong ideas, which have really kept them away from the truth. Thank God you all have come out of it. And when you see the hell into which the Western society has fallen, you try to understand and enjoy that you are at a different state altogether. But still among you there will be some who will be dangling. Try to pull them out, not to throw them inside and go also with them. If you sympathize with them, you will go down with them. Try to pull them out and tell them that you have to come out. It may be a little painful to them, doesn't matter, but they'll be saved. So you are here as saviors, and you have the power of Shri Ganesha, which is to be used. So today's puja is specially to be done with a prayer in your heart that Shri Ganesha, please be kind and merciful and forgiving, that you manifest within ourselves. Let all these hypocritical things, all these conditionings, and all these wrong ideas we have, or all the wrong life we have had, should just disappear like thin air, and let the beautiful moonlight of your soothing qualities of innocence be manifested through us. Let us manifest these qualities. This is what is to be asked. Today is a great day. I am very happy we are in Austria, which I call is the country of divine weapons. It's a very wonderful country, as I told you before, that there is no fundamentalism here. It's very surprising. But I have discovered that in Austria there have been people from all over the world, and they have been married here. It's a small country, so they all kept together. It's a very nice place, especially this place where we are. I heard that it's called as the Holy Land of Trial. And we also saw lots of grace falling down with our eyes. Everybody could see them, the grace coming down. There was no rain, but you could see the grace. Moreover, yesterday, the villagers remarked that this river overflows. The whole glacier comes down and this river overflows. But it did not. It kept to its maryadas. They are quite surprised how it has happened that it kept to its maryadas. This is one thing. And the second thing is they said that they have never heard such great, absolutely volcanic roaring of the clouds. They have never heard such reports before. And it was really remarkable. It rained so heavily, everything happened, and we are all right. Only in the central part of Sushumna it cleared out. Maybe because I had to walk through that, so it cleared out that part. But on the whole, all our programs went off very well, and we all enjoyed the last night's program. And the musician also lost all count of time. He played for 4 hours on his own. I thought he'll just play one raga. He went on and he wanted to play more. But then, thank God, he thought of the puja perhaps and he stopped it. So let us try to be innocent within us. Be proud that we are innocent. We need not be smart people. Smartness is your mental attitude, and innocence is your innate quality, which is connected with this all-pervading power. So may God bless you all. At least during the puja, there should not be any movements outside or nearby. If the children are sitting well and good, otherwise you can go out. But you shouldn't disturb others because their attention goes to you. So all those who are having any movements, all of you also, should come and sit with your children. Why can't your children sit down? They will sit. Bring them in. Or if they are not sitting, you go behind the curtain because they get disturbed. See, there are Sahajogis still who get disturbed very easily with the slightest movement here and there. So the first thing is to open your heart for Shri Ganesha. As you see a child, how your heart opens, in the same way, please open your hearts. All right. मुझे भी उतार दो. Take out this focus. See, one thing is that he has got a hunter in his hand. And if you remember, Christ used a hunter to hit all the people who were selling goods near the temple. He could have used any other weapon, but he used a hunter.
अजं निर्विकल्पं निराकारमेकम्
निरानन्दमानन्दमद्वैतपूर्णम्
परं निर्गुणं निर्विशेषं निरीहम् परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा
गुणातीतमानं चिदानन्दरूपम्
चिदाभासकं सर्वगं ज्ञानगम्यम्
मुनेध्येयमाकाशरूपं परेशम्
परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा जगत्कारणं कारणज्ञानरूपम्
सुरादिं सुखादिं गुणेशं गणेशम्
जगद्व्यापिनं विश्ववन्द्यं सुरेशम् परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा परब्रह्मरूपं गणेशं भजेमा
Today we are really sitting in very close relationship with the nature. The whole thing, as you can see very clearly, is done by villagers and in a very simple way, and I am sure you all must be enjoying it very much. Today being the first puja in Maharashtra, we'll have to do Ganesha Puja. But one has to understand how it is so important in Maharashtra that people worship Ganesha. As you know, there are Ashtavinayakas. 8 Ganeshas are there around this area, and this triangle of Maharashtra, which has got on one side one big mountain, on the another side we have another mountain, which of course is not in Maharashtra, and also on top we have another mountain. So like a triangle which is made like a Muladhara, means the Kundalini itself. So the Kundalini of the whole world resides in this area. That's why it is called, we should say, as Maharashtra. It is the country which is very great, the nation which is very great. But I don't know how far Maharashtrians realize that they are sitting in the land of Maharashtra. This land, which is vibrated by Shri Ganesha, has its own simplicity, has its own vibrations, a different style, a different type. The best part of Maharashtra is that it gives you a very good attention. With Ganesha so much vibrating, the attention becomes very concentrated. And this concentration helps you in so many ways. And that is why it is said that Ganesha was created to spread or to emit auspiciousness and holiness. Actually, if there is holiness, there is auspiciousness. But Ganesha is actually the one who cleanses everything. Cleanses everything because it is innocence. And the innocence that cleanses you takes away all kinds of conditionings and egos that are distracting your attention. So the attention which is so wobbly otherwise in other places can settle down very well in Maharashtra because of Shri Ganesha's blessings that this country has, that people have very good attention. With that good attention, they can really do so many things, like now, for example, we can say the software, good mathematics. They are very good at music, because all these things require tremendous attention. Art, dancing, anything which requires tremendous attention, that has to come only through Ganesha. Because they say that Ganesha is a giver of wisdom. He is a giver of wisdom. Means just wisdom becomes a dharma, becomes a part and parcel of your being. You become just wise. Now somebody may ask, Mother, how to become wise? It's very difficult to say. How to become wise? It is just that it happens that you become wise. So though he is a child, he is so matured. He's so wise. And he is not only that, but he emits wisdom. And this wisdom is an innate quality of anyone who is a surgeon. Because in him also Shri Ganesha has been awakened. So he becomes a wise person, very wise. And with wisdom, what does he achieve? He achieves a balance, a proper ascent, and also he understands that this ascent is for his benevolence, for the benevolence of his country, benevolence of the whole world. He understands the importance of Sahaja. Without this wisdom, one cannot understand. And this wisdom is within us, just absolutely innately built in. Only thing is, we have to use the storehouse of this wisdom that is within us. Of course, with Sahaja Yoga, it starts emitting, and you start feeling, and you start understanding what his wisdom is. You give up all your stupid childish things. You give up all your attachments. You give up many of your, say, things that you don't like, which doesn't behove you. You feel that you should give up, but you cannot. But with Sahaja Yoga, it just happens automatically, and you just see in your light what is needed, what is not needed. In that wisdom, you throw away whatever is wrong. So what a great work this Ganesha has to do within ourselves. This manifestation of Ganesha within us is very important, I think. Not that it is only the basis, but also the foundation stone of spiritual life is Shri Ganesha. That's why I've been very anxious that we should find out proper schools for our children. They should have proper education and they should be looked after. Because their Ganesh Tattva is already there. Only thing we have to nourish it, we have to look after it and make it grow. Once that happens, then children are safe. Then nothing can harm them. Nothing they will absorb which is wrong. They will never be again in the wrong path. But from very childhood, if you never had this kind of training or this kind of understanding about Kundalini or about the wisdom part of it, you can never later on easily assimilate it. For that, you really require a great effort and understanding that you have to have this. It's so beautiful. You must get this attention and you must get this innocence within it. With Sahaja Yoga, as you see, it's working out very fast and people are getting really very wise and I can see the wisdom writ large on their faces. In this wisdom, what do we find here? See, on any line that we move, we can find that most of our problems are coming from human beings. Because ecological problem or any problem you think of comes from human beings. Or other problems that you have in your own country, as you have seen that there are such problems that they're sort of endless and you cannot change them. You feel very nice sitting underneath this because you are fed up with the cement that you have and the problems it causes to you and the way it is now becoming very artificial. One has to understand that the wisdom plays such a part in life that whatever may happen outside, whatever may be the trend, whatever may be the fashion, whatever may be the people are all changing into, you do not change. You change within. Once you have changed within, then you have full idea as to what is expected of others, and what they should do, what you are doing, and how to deal with them, and how to talk to them, how to tell them, how far to go with them. Everything, all this comes through wisdom. In Sahaja Yoga, as you know, you are
very capable people, you have achieved a lot, you know everything, know all about chakras, you know practically everything. I don't have to tell you anything. Despite all that, one should have also the wisdom how to deal with others, how to talk to others, how to behave towards others, how not to control anyone, not to say something that will be rather harsh or hurting. Because if you are trying to spread Sahaja Yoga, this is the only way we can go forward, is to look after everyone with great compassion. Now, we might think that wisdom is there with us, and we know how to do so many things with our wisdom, and now we are absolutely wise. I agree with Sahaja Yogis. Now they have become really very, very wise, and they know how to use their wisdom. But still, faith in themselves has to be really on a nirvikalpa state. That is only possible also Shri Ganesha. Because he is in nirvikalpa. He has no vikalpas, nothing. He doesn't have to question anything, he doesn't have to ask for anything, he's just there. And he is in complete nirvikalpa, complete, absolutely into a state where he is not at all attached, nor is he worrying about things, nothing of the kind. He is just in nirvikalpa, and in that nirvikalpa, he worships Mother. Small, small stories can show you how he was so sure of himself, how he had courage, and how he worked out everything so intelligently. But when you are doing something, you can be in two minds. You can be not so decisive. But he was, and he is always very decisive, that he knows what is to be done. Right there. This is the point. So in wisdom, you don't have to think, argue. I've seen many people who say, Mother, you see, we were thinking, then we had vibrations, we didn't know what to do, this, that, how to do, how to correct, how to work it out. Now, I must say, this is a state. It is not a state to be achieved, but it's a state. Means you are there. It has to be innately built in yourself, this state of wisdom. But you can also work it out by just concentrating on yourself and trying to find out what's the matter with me, what happens to me, why? Why is it I am like this? The introspection can help you a lot to be extremely wise. But easier method is to worship the principle of innocence within yourself. For example, now we are dealing, supposing, with somebody who is a thief. Say, he's a thief. Now, what should you do with a thief? After you have found out whatever was lost, whatever you have, after that, what you have to do is just to forget about it completely. Once it is happened, then you have to just forget. Not to worry about it too much, this has happened, that has happened, and how to make this point all right, and this gentleman is not all right. Just forget it. So the wisdom is also in forgiving. That's why Christ talked about forgiveness. Just forgive. There's no sense in remembering. This person said so, this person did so, that happened so. Just forget it. And once you start forgetting all these things, you'll remember right things. And useless things you'll just forget. You don't remember who has insulted you, who has troubled you, who has been misbehaving. I don't even think about people who have gone about Sahaja Yoga, talking ill about me, saying things, this, that. It's all right. Let them say whatever they like. I am not bothered. But what bothers me more, that if they do like this, I don't know what will happen to them. That's the only wisdom part of it. That, you see, when I forgive everyone, I say, Bob, forgive. I have nothing to say. But then also a thought comes in that if they are doing like this, then what's going to happen to them? They are doing this to someone who is so good, so religious, so highly placed in spiritual life. Then you can't play about. But somebody is playing. Then what you have to do is to really forgive. Because one thing is built in Sahaja Yoga, that who try to trouble you, they will be in trouble also. So try to forgive, at least you soothe him down. All right, I forgive you. So soothe him down. Like this kind of a wisdom we should have. Not to get after people, not to pester someone, not to be very strict, not to be very sort of, I should say, pursue the matter. Whatever is it, that point you should finish off and just don't worry. I was telling just now that there is a servant, suppose. Now he steals your money all the time. You know he steals your money. Now what to do if he's stealing your money? One thing is to get out of, or ask him to get out. Then you have another one. Then again you get him out and get another one. Goes on like that because they're poor people. They'll steal if they get. Now even if you are careful, still they might steal. So what should you do is to just to forgive the person and put the money in such a place that he cannot reach. Finished. As simple as this. You should just find out what does he steal. Oh, that's all. Then you keep it one side. But don't worry about all the time that now how am I to save myself from this thief or how am I to punish him. Just don't think. These incidents are just like a breeze coming and going. These relationships are just like that. There's no depth in it. They are not going to bring any kind of unhappiness or happiness, whatever it is, if you go on lingering about them. So the first thing is live in the present. The wisdom is in living in the present. Present, we are here. So forget the past. Now, if I say forget the past, one may say how to do it, how to forget the past. Again, I would say meditation is the only way. You give up your left and you give up your right, and you are just standing in the center, enjoying the wisdom, enjoying the joy of your being. So, the best part of our lives we spend in bothering, in getting upset, getting worried, getting after someone. Where is the time? Just think like that. Now supposing somebody says something to me, and then others will say, Mother, you must do something, you must punish that person. Where is the time? We have to awaken the Kundalini of thousands and thousands and thousands. And here we are just worried about something nonsensical. So our wisdom is finished. We have no wisdom at all. Even at the highest level, you can see people don't have wisdom. Highest level of realization, I've seen people who do not have wisdom. In the sense that they want to run away. They just get fed up. Take sannyasa, finished. Go to Himalayas, live there happily. There's no wisdom in that also. So living in the present, you don't also feel tired because you don't think of the past and the future, and you live very well and in great happiness. You improve things and you don't think of the future, what is going to happen to me or anything, and that's how you save lot of troubles of others as well as yours. So this wisdom is to live in the present. Is now that you ask somebody, how are you? All right. Then he's not in the present. You ask somebody, are you enjoying yourself? Not in the present. You ask somebody, are you happy? No. Then you are not in the present. You ask someone that, are you hungry? Maybe, may not be. Maybe they don't know even in the present they are hungry or not. It is so much they are lost in the past and the future. That's the sign of unwise behavior, unwise life. If they don't know whether they would like to have their food or not. But those who are really in the present forget all these small, small things. They are just in the present, and in the present, whatever they have to do, they will do it. This is a very good practice. One has to practice wisdom through living in the present. Just think, what have I to do just now? What am I to do? Like you are getting out of the house. Many people will go halfway, oh my God, I have left my passport. They'll go back. Then again, sometime they'll come out, my God, I have left my spectacles. Again go back. Then again they will come back and say, I have lost this, I should have this. This kind of people are very, very common. So at that time when you are leaving the house, at that time if you are in the present, then you just think, what have I to take? This day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. This is what I have to take and this there. That's how you can really establish yourself in wisdom itself. Means the wisdom acts by itself. It's a power. Wisdom is a very big power. If you are a wise person, it's a power. It can combat any kind of ignorance, any kind of attacks, any kind of stupidity. It's such a tremendous power that God has given us that we are wise. And this wisdom we should try to really to develop it and mature it properly within ourselves. So today's Shri Ganesha's Pujan is there. While we should ask for wisdom, and for that we have to be in the present. Every way we should be in the present. If you can try, you can be, because your Kundalini has been awakened and you can be all the time in the present. But today you should first try and get the Kundalini established in the present. May God bless you.
offer a puja to Shri Ganesh. Let's start with the offering of Shri Ganesha Tharvashish.
Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Kevalam Dhartasi Tvameva Kevalam Bhartasi Tvameva Sarvam Khalvidam Brahmasi Tvam Sakshad Atmasi Nityam Rutam Vachmi Satyam Vachmi Avatvam Mam Avabhaktaram Avashrotaram Avadataram Avadhataram Avanuchanam Avashishyam Avapaschattat Avapurastat Avotaratat Avadakshinatat Avachordhvatat Abadharatat Sarvato Mam Pahi Pahi Samantat Tvam Vangmayastvam Chinmayah Tvam Anandamayastvam Brahmamaya Tvam Sachid Ananda Dvitiyosi Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvam Jnanamayo Vijnanamayosi Sarvam Jagaditam Tvato Jayate Sarvam Jagadidam Tvatastisthati Sarvam Jagadidam Tvai Layameshiti Sarvam Jagadidam Tvai Pratyeti Tvam Bhumirapo Nalo Nilo Nabha Tvam Chatvari Vakpadhani Tvam Gunatrayatitah Tvam Dehatrayatitah Tvam Kalatrayatitah Tvam Muladhar Sthitosi Nityam Tvam Shakti Trayatmakaha Tvam Yogino Dhyayanti Nityam Tvam Brahma Tvam Vishnu Tvam Rudras Tvam Indras Tvam Agni Tvam Vayus Tvam Suryas Tvam Chandramas Tvam Brahma Bhuvasvaro Ganadim Purvamucharya Varnadim Tadanantaram Anusvara Parataraha Ardhen Dhulasitam Tarendardham Etattava Manusvarupam Gakara Purvarupam Akaro Madhyamarupam Anusvara Shantirupam बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नाथसन्धानं सहिता सन्धि सैषा श्रीगणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारणं रदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं त्रिषष्ट्याद्यो प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने श्रीशिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
We'll offer a few holy names of Shri Ganesha. O Divine Mother, you are verily Shri Ganesha. Salutations to you. Shri Ganesh. Om Vaneva Sakshat Shri Ganesh Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. You are peerless, without equal. Shri Vinayaka. Om Vaneva Sakshat Shri Vinayaka Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. You are the ruler of obstacles, Shri Vignaraja. Om Sakshat Shri Vignaraja Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Verily, you are the son of Shri Gauri, Shri Gauri Putra. Om Sakshat Shri Gauri Putra Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. For verily, you are the Lord of all the Ganas, Shri Ganeshwara. Om Sakshat Shri Ganeshwara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. For you are eternal, Shri Avya. Om Sakshat Shri Avya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. For you are alert, Shri Dakshai. Om Sakshat Shri Dakshai Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. For you are the one who presides over all, Shri Adhyaksha. Om Sakshat Shri Adhyaksha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namah. For you are fond of the twice born, Shri Dvija Priyai. Sakshat Shri Dvija Priyai, Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namah. For you are pure, Shri Shuddhai. Sakshat Shri Shuddhai, Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namah. For you are peaceful, Shri Shantai. Sakshat Shri Shantai, Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo. For you are auspicious and benevolent, Shri Shivai. Shri Shivai, Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji, Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namah. Nirmala Devi, Namo Namah. Shri Nirmala Devi, Namo Namah. You can meditate for a few minutes and then prepare for Aarti.
सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने दिए अवतार, माँ कितने दिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा, तू गंगा यमुना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मिला उसको, माँ सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, लौट के ना जाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियाला, माँ कर दिया उजियाला। कलयुग में माया है, कलयुग में माया है, फिर भी पहचाना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निरमल माता जी, जय निरमल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधु संगीत सुन लो, माँ मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो सके जो सेवा, हो सके जो सेवा हमसे करा लेना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निरमल माता जी, जय निरमल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माता जी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री भगवती माता जी, श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
क्षमा याचना। आवाहनं न जानामि, न जानामि तवार्चनम्, पूजां चैव न जानामि, क्षम्यतां परमेश्वरी। मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं सुरेश्वरी, यत्पूजितं मया देवी परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे। गतं पापं गतं दुःखं गतं दारिद्र्यमेव च, आगतं परमचैतन्यं, पुण्योऽहं तव दर्शनात्। अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति, त्वमेव शरणं मम। तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष परमेश्वरी, रक्ष रक्ष परमेश्वरी, रक्ष रक्ष परमेश्वरी। अपराध सहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हरनिशं मया, दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व परमेश्वरी, क्षमस्व परमेश्वरी, क्षमस्व परमेश्वरी। करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा, श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वापराधं, विहितमविहितं वा सर्वमेतत् क्षमस्व। जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो, जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो, जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभो।